Welcome to solverfy.
Here we're doing the selection sort algorithm in pseudocode, and the selection sort algorithm finds the smallest element in the list, or least element, and kind of moves it to the front. And then the least element of the remaining list is found and moved to the second position, and so on and so forth. And so what we need for this algorithm is a list of natural numbers here of n long, and in order for there to be a least element, so let's say natural for the natural numbers, but for there to be a least element, we need at least two elements in the list. Okay, and so we're going to start here by iterating sort of through every index, right? So let's say for I, as it runs from index 1 to n. And we're doing this because we need to find the least element in the list. So we'll start by initializing the minimum to sort of the first element of the remaining, the chunk of list that we are working with. Okay, and then we're going to iterate again. And this time we want to iterate through one element up to the end of the list. And this is so we can find our least element. And so what we want to do is we want to compare. So what's happening is if we have a list of numbers, and say the first couple are already sorted, say the first one has been sorted, and so we're at the second number, we're going to set that to be the minimum, and then we're going to compare the rest to it to see if any of them are smaller. Okay, so if any of these next set of numbers happens to be smaller than the minimum, then we want to reset the minimum to that value. Okay, but then we also want to reset, or we'll set a sort of tracker, right? So we'll set k equal to j so we can know what that index is. And so that'll go through and then find whatever is the smallest element of the set of the list that we are working with. Okay, but now that we've found that element, we need to reorder it. Okay. So then we want to do for, let's let variable m here, we don't have that yet. We'll set that from I to, and this is going to be set to k minus 1. Okay, so wherever we found our smallest element in our list, we are then looking at reordering, kind of shuffling all the things before it that need to be shuffled. Okay, so then we'll set index. So if the one we found was smallest, k, we want to subtract m plus 1 and set that equal to A sub k minus m. Okay, and so this is just going to take all the elements and move them so that our smallest element ends up in the correct spot. So everything here is going to get moved over, leaving our smallest elements in the front, and then the elements yet to be sorted later on in the list. And then we need to reset our minimum. So we're sort of resetting our next unsorted element as the minimum so that it can return up into this loop here correctly. And then at the end of it, we're going to return our list in just the sort of natural order of A1 to AN.